Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cox Business Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma for tonight's Major Arena Soccer League match between the Tulsa Roughnecks and Oxford City FC. Oxford City FC from Beaumont, Texas. I'm Jeff Brookalary along with Josh Brookalary. Good evening.
Good evening, and we are here for the Tulsa Revolution game.
What did I say?
Roughnecks.
Man, am I jumping ahead already?
Throwing back to the olden days.
All right, so it is the Revolution. Man, did I really say that just now? The Tulsa Revolution are in their home blue uniforms. Oxford City FC wearing their road yellow uniforms here tonight. Tulsa coming off a loss at Wichita last week, 12-6 at Wichita. And Oxford City also with an 0-1 record. They lost last week to Hidalgo, 12-7. So comparable scoring there in both games for these two teams. All right, the kickoff at center field started off by David Parente, the former Tulsa Revolution player, now playing with Oxford City FC. And Oxford City with the ball. It went out of play into the Revolution bench. So already we'll have a kick on the touchline. Put into play by the Revolution, Sam Guernsey. Sent ahead by goalkeeper, starting in goal tonight, Richard Nolasco, number 1 for the Revolution. Into the corner. Now sent toward the goal, and a goal! Oh, baby, kind of good. A big shot from near the yellow line by Guernsey, and it goes in for the first home goal of the season.
First home goal put in by defender Sam Guernsey. Quick play, Ponies was up there by the goal, rushing hard, able to get the ball back out into the corner, gives it back. I mean, Sam just set up for a perfect lobbed shot, arced right over the goalkeeper, just out of reach there.
So just 24 seconds into the first quarter, with 14:36 left to go in this first quarter, Guernsey scores for the Revolution, and they take a 1-0 lead here early on. Didn't hear who the pass was given by whoever was in the corner, and I can't remember the number, but somebody gave the ball back to Guernsey. I think it was 7 maybe, Josh. We don't have a 7. Well, I don't know who that was. But nonetheless, the pass was given out of the corner back to the yellow line, and a great shot by Guernsey into the upper right-hand corner of the goal. Oxford City with the ball now near center field, and Lucas Toddy with it. Resets the play to his defender, David Parente. Now he'll set it over on the right side, back to the left wing. Over on the right. Still playing in their half of the field is Oxford. They lose control of the ball. Recovered by the Revolution. Taken by Michael Ponies. Ponies with it near center field there. Near the center circle. Drops it back to Sheldon Barrett. Over to Nolasco. The goalkeeper comes way out to the neutral zone. Sends it ahead on the right side to Ponies. Ponies with it on the near boards. Gets it ahead. A little touch pass there. It's broken up. Knocked away by Oxford City. Sent back in by Barrett. And it looks like the goalkeeper's going to knock it away. Oxford City having a difficult time controlling the ball here early on, Josh. They're just batting it around and not able to get control.
They are. They not able to complete all the passes, and sloppy there, just trying to get a foot on it. It flying out of play, so that's going to be a Revolution ball, but little control issues really between the passing, especially in the neutral zone. Revolution playing tough. Oh, and that ball, since it's going out in the defensive end, is going to give the Revolution a kick from the top of the arc.
All right, so a free kick at the top of the arc because of the ball being sent out by the defending team from their own zone. Now here's a shot blocked by Chris Bradford of Oxford City. Barrett gets it, puts it off the glass, into the middle. Here's a shot on goal, kind of good! Christian Mata with a shot from the arc, and he puts it into the net, and quickly the Revolution with a 2-0 lead here in the first quarter.
Revolution just coming on really strong here in the first quarter, putting the pressure. I mean, we can see it already. Oxford City not able to complete passes, just get control of this game, and the Revolution's pressure is really breaking them down and able to put them in the back of the net.
And already Oxford City FC is calling a timeout, try to regroup here, as 2 goals have been scored by the Revolution in under 2 minutes of this first quarter. We're at 13:01 of the remaining in the first quarter, so we haven't even played. We played a second shy of 2 minutes here, and I'll tell you, it's amazing. The Revolution already with a 2-0 lead. But, you know, great play by Barrett. Sheldon puts it off the glass in the corner, and a nice play by Christian Mata to play that off the glass and then set himself up for the shot.
I mean, precisely. I mean, Mata was just in the right place. He was exactly where he needed to be. And it was situations like that we talked about repeatedly last season, just to harken back, that, you know, so many times we would have that ball in the middle of the goal, and we'd had no players there to recover. But Mata was right where he needed to be to play that ball off the wall. I mean, this is indoor, so you get a little bit different play style here, and you got to use these walls to your advantage.
That's a really good point. We didn't have that last year on this Revolution team. They didn't have that kind of play, and we're already seeing improvement here in the early goings of this one. All right, so back to the action now. Following the timeout, the ball is sent into the Revolution zone. Nolasco catches it, sends it out to the neutral zone to Bryant Scraper. He leaves it over on the right-hand side for Guernsey. Back to Nolasco. He puts it in the air. It did not cross the other yellow line, which would have been a three-line pass, but it did not. Here's a shot. Save, rebound, knocked away, and off the glass. Nice kick there, though. It was a good attempt by the big number 19 for Tulsa, Matt Mason.
Matt Mason also, he had an opportunity to take a shot, but he decided to give it off for Brian Beckford to get a better shot, just the way he was angled. So playing smart there and really giving him the opportunity.
In the neutral zone, Scraper takes it away from Oxford City's Jesse Rama. But Oxford City gets it back again. The men in yellow, they lose control of the ball, knocked away by Justin Hershey. Tulsa turns it around. Now a little kick and go back and forth in the neutral zone. Send it into the Tulsa end. Nolasco will recover it for the Revolution. He'll put it in play on the right side to Scraper. Scraper drops it back to Nolasco in his own penalty area in front of his own goal. Nolasco, the goalkeeper, ahead on the left side into the Oxford end come the Revolution, and with it was Justin Hershey to the corner. Now they knock the ball around. It's a loose ball in the corner, recovered by Rico Keeling. Hershey's in there. Also for Tulsa, we've got Brian Beckford, it looks like, that was in on the play as well. So Beckford and Hershey battling for it in the corner with one of the Oxford players. That's Keeling. And now a 2-on-1, and the referee blows the whistle and says that's it. Gives the ball to Oxford City. Apparently he didn't like what Hershey did there with the ball. So Oxford City with the ball. Now they send it ahead of the neutral zone. Knocked away on the right-hand side. Rico Keeling goes after his own ball in the corner. He gets knocked down. We've got a whistle by one of the referees. And it'll be a free kick for Oxford. Oxford City, by the way, used to be the Texas Strikers in the PASL, the Professional Arena Soccer League. We'll tell you about their relationship with Oxford City in just a bit when we get a stoppage of play. The ball goes out of play on the far side into the bench, the Oxford City bench, but it is their ball on a kick-in on the touchline on the far side. Now over on the left wing, drop pass there for David Malloy. He sends it across to his right wing. Again now in the center circle for Jimenez. They sent it into the corner, knocked away and cleared out of play. The referee is pointing Oxford City's way, but it looked to me like 22 for Oxford City kicked it out.
It looks like the defender, I think it was Matt Mason, got a foot in, and it might have been deflected off.
Okay. Now, the bad news is we've got a 22 for Oxford City, and he's not on the roster. We don't have a number 22 on the roster, at least, so he's got a different uniform number. We'll have to figure out who this gentleman is. Here's a shot off the corner kick. No good. And the rebound is tipped away. Looks like that was deflected off of Brant Scraper out of play. And you know what? Those of you watching it on the video, there is a lot bigger crowd on the near side, on the camera side, than there is on the far side. I'll just tell you that, all right? It's deceiving because, well, everybody likes to sit on this side where we are. Revolution with the ball in the Oxford zone. Ponies loses control. Knocked away. Now they keep it in there. Scraper tried to get it into the corner for Ponies, but the goalkeeper for Oxford City recovers it. And the goalkeeper is number 25, Tiago Fonseca. And they have another goalkeeper we want to tell you about, too, a little bit later on. The other goalkeeper for Oxford is actually the team owner and president. Rather interesting. All right, Tulsa with the ball. Scraper gives it into the middle to Andy Griffin, and Griffin can't control the ball. Knocked away, back into the Tulsa zone. Nolasco recovers, gives to Guernsey on the right side. Guernsey gives it back to Nolasco. Now over on the left wing. Coming out of the zone for Tulsa, Christian Mata. Mata sends it ahead. Scraper with a head. Oh, off his head, but Ponies couldn't get there in time. It is batted away by Fonseca, the goalkeeper. Now a whistle by the referee on the far side as Guernsey gets involved with one of the Oxford City players near the bench along the boards. Free kick for Oxford City. The referee has blown his whistle, has waved something off.
Oxford City had too many men on the field, I believe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, I don't know what's going on. Because a guy jumped back up onto the railing of the bench.
And if he wasn't off at the time of the kick, they had too many men on the field. And I think you're right, Josh. Are they going to put somebody in the penalty box or not?
Oh, they were trying to make a sub.
It was an illegal substitution on a stoppage of play. That's
I see.
Yeah, and you know, the funny thing is, Tulsa got called for that last week in Wichita, and the Tulsa coaches argued it. They said, wait a minute, that's not right. And they gave them a penalty on it. Here, they just let them take their sub back. Back into the Tulsa zone, a ball off a header, doesn't go. Nolasco makes 2 great saves.
2 saves, barely gets his hand on that second one, is able to get it down and control that ball. Oxford City player diving in with his head to try to get something on it.
All right, Parente with the ball in the neutral zone, drops the ball. Now they send it over on the left side to Gonzalo Munoz. Munoz with it. Try to get it to Parente. He overran the ball, stolen away by the Revolution. Here they come up the field on the right-hand side. Into the Oxford zone is Lucas Bunster. His shot goes around the glass to the far side. Ponies chases after it, drops it to Barrett. Sheldon Barrett in the center circle, drops it off to Nolasco, the goalkeeper. Now he'll set it ahead. Back for the Revolution into the Oxford zone. Bunster with it on the near side. He's getting bothered there. Whoop. That is, pardon me, that's Mata with the ball. Excuse me. Still learning some names and numbers here, the first home game of the season. Shot on goal off the glass. And recovered by Oxford City, number 10, Lucas Toddy. Toddy gets it back. Here's a shot. Nolasco comes out of nowhere to make the save. Nice play by Richard Nolasco, the young man out of Utah. Oxford City with the ball. They lose control. Tulsa takes over. Now it's Bunster. He sends it ahead to Michael Ponies. Ponies with it at the yellow line. Gives it back to Bunster. Oh, he tried a little give and go, but Ponies didn't go with him.
I mean, we had a 2-on-5 situation there. The whole Oxford team came back and just hurtled around the 2 Revolution players. I thought we were watching some 6-year-old soccer out at Indian Springs there for a second.
7 minutes, 10 seconds, 7-10 remaining in the first quarter. Tulsa with the lead 2-0 here in the early goings of this one. We've got a 3-line pass called against the Oxford City FC. And so they'll take the ball back into their zone. And it'll be a free kick for the Tulsa Revolution at the dot right on the yellow line. They give it over on the left-hand side.
Oh.
And a goal! Cut it good! Nice pass off the free kick by Christian Mata to Bryant Scraper on the left side, right at the point, and a beautiful shot by Scraper into the goal.
Just a beautiful left-footed, just cross the goal shot. How he made it from, the opposite side. He was on the left side of the field, puts it into the right side of the goal. Nothing fancy there, just a nice simple shot. Great placement by Scraper.
So Mata.
Oh, Oxford City comes back off the kickoff. Number 9, that is Gonzalo Munoz, takes it up just to the yellow line, straight away, just puts it into the bottom left corner. Beats Nolasco, not expecting that shot right there. So puts Oxford City on the board. Score now, Tulsa 3, Oxford City 1, with about 6:55 remaining in this first quarter of play.
All right, thank you, Josh. I was still writing down the scoring there when they came up the field quickly. So Tulsa scored at 7:03 remaining of the quarter on Scraper's goal. And just 8 seconds later, Gonzalo Munoz scores for the Oxford City. Oxford City with the ball in the neutral zone. Now they send it ahead into the Tulsa end. With the ball is Munoz again. Puts it into the box, but it's cleared away. Oh, Nolasco has to chase after it now. It went off the boards in the corner and came back into the goal area. And Nolasco jumps on it. Thankfully enough for the Revolution, he was able to get to that ball. Oxford City with it in their own end. The goalkeeper, Fonseca, sends it out into the neutral zone. Intercepted on the way out. But then taken back by the Oxford's number 22, and I apologize, he is not on the roster. I'll have to look on their website and see if I can find out who a 22 would be.
Yeah, he actually doesn't have a name on the jersey like the rest of the team does.
Yeah, he may have just, they may have picked him up on the way up from Texas. I don't know. I'm not real sure about that. All right, Oxford City with the ball. They have it in the neutral zone, batted away. It was a little bit of some man-to-man there with Brian Beckford and Oxford City's Munoz.
It looks like Robbins is number 8. We have him as number 7 on the roster, so Robbins is actually number 8.
Okay.
Beckford was playing over on the side with him. Putting it back in play now. Going to call another foul on the Revolution.
Free kick in the neutral zone for Oxford. And they send it ahead into the Tulsa end to the mysterious number 22. Here's a shot off the hand of Nolasco. It does not go in the goal. Batted around and out of play on the far side. Tulsa will have the ball in their own end. Mason will put it in play. Coming back there to help out is Andy Griffin. Griffin leaves it for Nolasco. Now he sends it ahead of the neutral zone. Knocked away to the near side. Oxford gets it again. Here they come into the Tulsa zone. A give and go and a pass right into the penalty area and a goal. That went off Alfie Robbins, I believe, number 8, and into the net behind Nolasco. And Oxford City has cut Tulsa's lead to 1.
Real quick play, Revolution just got caught, man down, getting back to defend there. As Oxford City had 3 strong coming on hard on that left side, and just a quick pass right across the box there, and defense not able to get in between that ball and Robbins before he puts it right in.
Tulsa with the ball now, following the center kickoff. Back to Oxford City. Jesse Rama leaves it for his goalkeeper, Fonseca. Now over on the far side. Sent ahead along the boards on the wing to the right side. Cross to Parente on the left wing. David Parente with it on the near side. Sends it into the far corner. Parente gets it back, leaves it there for a teammate. Comes out of the zone, but a shot toward the net by Jesse Rama goes wide of the goal off the boards. Oxford City recovers control of the ball. Now, since the early first 3 minutes of the match here, Josh, Oxford City sure has played a lot better and has controlled the ball a lot better.
They sure have. I mean, we've really flip-flopped places here. Tulsa now, the ones not able to get control and keep it out of the zone, as a lot of this fighting, you would say, for control is happening in the Tulsa defensive end. Revolution not able to get that momentum back to push it down the field and put the pressure on Oxford City.
All right, the ball goes out of play in the Tulsa end, and it'll be put in play on what would normally be called a goal kick in outdoor soccer. Here the goalkeeper just throws it in and gets the ball in play. Sheldon Barrett with it on the right-hand side, sends it ahead to his teammate for Tulsa, Nicholas McDonald with it. Tried to put it in the middle, knocked away and recovered by Oxford City. Over on the left side, Lucas Tata with it. Tata takes it to the yellow line. He takes a shot at a goal. Oh my, what a rocket from Toddy right into the goal from the yellow line. And that comes at 3:45 remaining in the first quarter. Tulsa's going to call a timeout.
So now, as I just said, we are really flipping the tables here. Tulsa, what momentum they came in with those first 2 minutes of play has been lost as from what we can see. I mean, coach coming out to have a chat with the players. Now Tulsa Revolution taking that timeout to compose with 3:45 left in this first quarter of play. Game is all tied up at this point, and now we're at anyone's match.
I'm guessing the name is pronounced Toti, Lucas Toti, and as opposed to Tati. I'm not sure, but I'm going to guess. Looks like Tati. But anyway, Tulsa scored 3 goals first, and now Oxford City has answered with 3 goals, and we are tied at 3 with 3:45 remaining here in this first quarter of action. So what a turn of events here. And this is Tulsa's first home match of the season. Last week, Tulsa was at Wichita, 12-6 loss at Wichita. Next week, Tulsa will be home on the 22nd. That'll be next Friday night, and it'll be right here at the Cox Business Center. No?
Saturday.
Huh?
The 22nd would be next Saturday, 1 week and 1 day from today.
Sorry, this is Friday.
Yes.
Next Saturday, the 22nd, Tulsa will be home to take on the Dallas Sidekicks at 7:05 at the Cox Business Center. So next Saturday, the 22nd against Dallas. All right, back to the action after the timeout. Sheldon Barrett has it for the Revolution. Sends it ahead into the Oxford zone. After it is NCN, he can't control the ball. Recovered by Oxford City. They have it in their own end. Parente will set the play, sends it up into the neutral zone. Broken up by Griffin to Barrett, back to Nolasco. Now cleared out of the zone by the Revolution. Parente goes back for it. David Parente shoved from behind by Tulsa's Lucas Bunster. So he will get a free kick there for Oxford City. They have the ball on the right side. Now stolen away. Back come the Revolution. Nope. Barrett couldn't control it. After he stole the ball on the far side, he could not control the ball. Lost it back to Oxford. Fonseca, the goalkeeper, now off his foot, puts it back up the field. Sheldon Barrett gets it for Tulsa. In his own end, brings it along the boards on the near side. It goes off a player from Oxford City, number 10, Lucas Toddy, and out of play. It'll be Tulsa's ball on the near side. I am looking for a number 22 on the Oxford City website. Well, they didn't have a number 22 on the website either, so he must be brand spanky new. A save by Fonseca at the other end. Now they clear it ahead. It looks like a 3-line pass. It is. That'll be a 3-line pass called against Oxford City. And so they will have the ball at the dot on the yellow line. Tulsa will have a free kick from there. Looks like Sam Guernsey will take the kick. He fakes it. Mata. Now they do it inside to Guernsey. He misses just. Oh, that's not Guernsey.
Brian
That's
Scraper.
No, it was Hershey, I think, that took that shot inside the area.
I apologize. That was Hershey.
And he sent it just to the right of the goal, just wide. All right, Tulsa again with it nonetheless. Christian Mata with it. Sends it over to the far side. Guernsey with it. He takes a right foot shot off the boards. Cleared out by Oxford City. Mata recovers in the center circle. Gets it ahead to Guernsey. Back in the neutral zone for Hershey. Hershey in the air ahead. Tried to get it in low to Bunster. Bunster bothered there. Knocked down. No call. Oxford City brings it out of their zone. With it is Parente. Oh, we've got a foul behind the play, and it's going to be a blue card, a penalty issued to Justin Hershey, and they're going to call him for kicking one of the Oxford City players who is down on the field there, holding his ankle.
We just got another card issued by a secondary referee on, I believe, Mata.
What, for mouthing off, I guess?
I would assume so.
All right, so one of the referees called a 2-minute penalty on Hershey for kicking at one of the Oxford City players. And Josh says he saw a blue card given to Christian Mata as well. Both of them will be in the penalty box. That means not just a power play, but a two-man advantage for Oxford City. Tulsa will have 3 players on the pitch plus the goalkeeper, all right? So technically it's a 5-on-3 situation plus the keepers.
The Revolution coaches are talking with the refs, and they put Bryant Scraper on the field. I don't believe that would be a two-man advantage in this situation. I'm not sure. Still conversing. Oh, the referee's looking. He says 1 man down. So this is just going to be a 5-on-4 situation.
All right, well, time to pull up the rule book, I guess. I've got the rule book here on my laptop, and we're going to have to see maybe what the rule is for that. But nonetheless, they will not play shorthanded for both of those penalties, only for one. And so a 2-minute power play opportunity here for Oxford City. Oxford City with the ball. It's knocked away and out of play. It went off the leg of Bryant Scraper, way into the upper deck on the far side. So Oxford City will have a free kick on the far side when they get the ball back from the kids that are chasing after it up there. All right. Got a minute 45 left to go in this power play for Oxford City. They have the ball at the neutral zone, right at the yellow circle. Across to the far side, back to the left wing to Munoz. He gives it in the neutral zone to Rama. Now over to Munoz on the left wing, back to Rama. They're trying to set up a play here on the power play to get a clear shot on goal. Rama takes a shot, lofts it way up to the upper deck on the end, and Tulsa will have what normally would be called a goal kick, but it'll be put in play by the goalkeeper. And we've got only 59 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of play. I was thinking a minute and 59 seconds at the same time. So less than a minute remaining here in this first quarter. Nolasco will put the ball in play. Oxford City with a man advantage, still on the power play. Oxford City with the ball. It is Gonzalo Munoz. Now over on the left wing to Parente. David Parente with it on the left wing, brings it into the neutral zone over the halfway line. Over to Munoz, sends it ahead, back to Munoz. He gets it at the yellow line. Parente over on the left wing, back to Parente. They're working the ball back and forth, trying to get that open shot. It goes off the boards into the corner and around to Nolasco, and the goalkeeper gets it for Tulsa. Sends it out quickly ahead for Beckford. Beckford racing after it, gets to it with the keeper, puts it in the box. Nobody there. Open goal. Beckford had it in the corner. The goalkeeper, Fonseca, was out of the goal, but nobody was there to put it in for Tulsa. 6 seconds remaining in the quarter. Cleared out, back into the neutral zone. Parente after it, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. Wow. After one quarter of action, we are tied 3-3.
Had an opportunity there in the corner. Beckford was chasing after it, made a good effort to beat out Fonseca, the Oxford City goalkeeper, put it in the middle, but Matt Mason was on his way into the corner to assist Beckford, and thus was not in the middle to receive that ball that ended up coming his way. So we will be going into the second quarter of play tied 3-3.
Oh, really? Well, we'll take a break. right, we're getting set to start the second quarter of play here. Our score is tied 3-3. Tulsa scored 3 goals right off the bat in the first couple of minutes of play. And, they scored 2 goals in the first couple of minutes of play, and then a third goal took a 3-0 lead. And Oxford City quickly answered with 3 goals of their own to tie this match. And here we go with this second quarter of play. Ball went out of play. They're waiting to retrieve it. All right, Oxford City puts the ball in play from their own zone. Fonseca, the goalkeeper, sends it ahead in the neutral zone. Now in the air, all the way into the opposite corner. Batted away off the head of Sam Guernsey. Ahead to Hershey. And Hershey gets the ball at the yellow line. Leaves it for Scraper. Brant Scraper with it. Does a little deke move to get around the defender. His shot toward the goal did not have a whole lot of muscle on it. Stopped by Fonseca. Parente sends it over to the far side for Oxford City. Scraper applying some pressure in the Oxford zone. Scraper on Parente. Now Parente clears it out to a teammate over on the right side. Sends it ahead into the corner. Hershey on the ball there. Hershey is out of the penalty box. However, Mata is still in. So Tulsa's back to full strength. Mata will have to wait. But maybe they called a 4-minute penalty on him. We'll have to check on that. They didn't tell us, but nonetheless, he'll have to wait for a stoppage of play to come out of the penalty box because we're playing even aside now as Hershey's penalty had expired. Back come the Revolution. Beckford's shot goes wide. Griffin gets it on the near side, sends it over. Scraper tried to put it into the box to Beckford. It was intercepted, stolen away by Oxford City. Jimenez sent it to the far side. Went out of play near the bench. Or was there another?
I believe they called a handball.
Handball
on
in front?
Scraper.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe they called a handball because they're giving them a free kick instead, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And now they're confused about substitutions again, it looks like. Someone was trying to hop onto the bench once again.
Okay.
And the referees are going to talk it over.
So obviously the officiating crews across the league still need to get caught up on the rule book. And now
a blue card, is that
to who?
to the bench or a specific?
Apparently, okay, now this is what Tulsa got a penalty for in Wichita. So apparently they had already warned them earlier on an illegal substitution.
Uh-huh.
And so now they get a second illegal substitution during a stoppage of play. That is a card. That is a blue card penalty. And that is what got called against Tulsa last week in Wichita. In fact, assistant coach Alex Miranda and I were talking about it before the game, trying to sort it all out. And he was asking me, and I was trying to understand the rule and explain to him. And so it's a really interesting rule. But nonetheless, apparently they've used a warning, and now they get the penalty.
So Oxford City now learning the lesson that the Revolution did just last week. And hopefully going forward, we understand when and when we cannot make substitutions. Oxford City puts it in play, gives it back to Fonseca, getting pressured hard by Beckford, but he's able to get it away to mid. As Hershey goes up, but gets knocked mid-air and comes down hard on his tailbone. Grabbed his back real quick. He's down. See if he can get up and walk it off real quick. Hershey gets off, just gonna walk that one off a little bit. Took a bad bump there. It's gonna be a Revolution free kick at about midline.
All right, so Tulsa will have a free kick at the halfway line. Sam Guernsey, it looks like, will be doing the honors, putting the ball in play. However, he's carrying on quite a conversation with one of the referees there. Now they break it up. Guernsey to Griffin, back to Guernsey. His shot into the middle, knocked away. Cleared out into the neutral zone. Oxford City with it. Taking control, Emilio Jimenez, and knocked away back into the Tulsa zone. Nolasco will pick it up as it rolls into the penalty area. He'll leave it for Guernsey. He brings it up through the midfield area. Now over on the right-hand side.
I believe that's Bunster.
In the corner, getting bothered there was Beckford. He loses control of the ball. Guernsey gets it. His shot blocked. Back come Oxford City. Nothing there. Ponies blocked that one. It's still loose ball in the neutral zone.
And a nice flop by Oxford City.
But this was not a penalty call. This was just a foul, an infraction. So a foul, and the Oxford City player is kind of getting as much acting in as possible here in this situation. But he's going to get up and he'll be just fine, I'm sure. So Emilio Jimenez, who got bumped by Hershey, and mind you, Hershey weighs about half of what Jimenez does.
Yeah, from the looks of it up here.
Jimenez is a skinny little thing, but
and has no problem running over Michael Ponies.
Jimenez ran right over Ponies.
That ankle must have really taken a bashing.
Yeah, but anyway.
It's the beautiful game of soccer that we watch, folks.
All right. So Tulsa will have the free kick. Nolasco will put it in play on the far side to Hershey. He brings it up on the right wing. He has Guernsey over on the left, gives it to Guernsey right at the yellow line. His shot toward the goal, blocked away by Rama of Oxford City. He can't control it, stolen by Beckford. Beckford drops it into his own zone to Nolasco. He'll leave it for Beckford. Over on the left wing, in the neutral zone for Bunster. Bunster with it at the yellow line, a shot saved by Fonseca. And turned around by Oxford City, back into the neutral zone, stolen back by Bunster to Barrett. Beckford with it on the right wing. Into the corner goes Beckford with it. He is bothered there by Bradford of Oxford. Bradford knocked it away, cleared out by Keeling, back into the Tulsa zone. Out comes Nolasco to play it over to Ponies on the left wing in the neutral zone. Ponies sends it into the box. Barrett was double teamed there. He shoves a man down from behind. No call. Now we've got Ponies involved with a player on the near side. I think it's Nieves.
He just came out of the box because that blue card expired for the illegal substitution. So he comes bolting out of the box and intercepts Ponies there and gets knocked down. Foul called against Ponies.
All right, but not a card. Just a foul, no yellow, and no blue penalty card. Back into the Tulsa zone. They try to send it toward the goal, headed away by Guernsey. Oxford City gets control of it again. With it is Jimenez. He sends it to the far corner, off the glass. Comes all the way back out in the neutral zone, but the Oxford City crew, they get a hold of it again. They drop it off to their goalkeeper, Fonseca. He plays it ahead for Nieves. Nieves loses it. Ponies with a shot and a goal! Kenny good for Michael Ponies, and he scores from just inside the yellow line into the net. What a play.
Takes a nice little sidestep just to get around that defender. Puts a great angle on it. Rockets it into the top corner of the net. Able to beat Fonseca as he's backpedaling to recover from coming out so far by playing that ball. Really taking advantage of that quick comeback right up the field. Ponies was able to dominate and make that situation for the best.
So with 10:21 remaining in the second quarter of play, Michael Ponies scores on an unassisted goal to give Tulsa the lead, 4-3. Now that play was broken up in the neutral zone, and Nieves lost control of it. Ponies took it and made a big shot on goal. Tulsa with it again. Mason put it in the air, caught by Fonseca for Oxford City. Gives it to Nieves on the far side. He gets tied up with Encien and falls to the pitch. It'll be Oxford City's ball and a free kick in the neutral zone. They have it over on the right-hand side. Parente gives it back on the left. Now they clear it into the zone, but it's blocked away by the Revolution. Mason out to Bunster. He drops it off to Griffin. Griffin sends it back to his goalkeeper, Nolasco. Out to the neutral zone, intercepted by Parente. He drops it back to one of his teammates near the yellow line, over on the right side for Munoz, and back into the Tulsa zone. Cleared out by Griffin. Stolen away again by Oxford City's Munoz. Over to Parente in the left corner. Parente drops it to the yellow line. Back to Munoz. Over on the right. Here's a shot off the post by Toddy. It went across goal and off the far post. Oxford City has it in the neutral zone. Ponies almost broke up that play. Parente gets it back for Oxford City. The former Revolution player into the zone. Tried to set it in the middle. It went all the way through to the far side. However, Oxford City still in control. Toddy with it to Munoz. On the right to Parente. Parente from the line takes a lofting shot out of play. It'll be Tulsa's ball, and Nolasco will put it in play. All right, 4-3 is our score. 8:46 remaining in the second quarter of play. Pardon me. 8:46 left to go in the second quarter. Tulsa with a 1-goal lead. Ball knocked around in the neutral zone. Over on the left wing. Here comes David Malloy. Malloy puts it off the boards. Recovered by Nolasco for Tulsa. He throws it out to the left wing in the neutral zone. Who's going to get it? Coming up with it is Bunster. Bunster now loses control. Brought back by Robbins. Alfie Robbins. Tulsa gets it again. Back into the Oxford zone. Andy Griffin with a shot. No good. Knocked away by Fonseca and out of play off the goalkeeper. Tulsa will get this should be a Tulsa free shot. It is. It'll be at the top of the arc. And Tulsa will have a free kick from the top of the arc as the ball was played out by a defender from their own end. So taking it for Tulsa, it looks like it's going to be Christian Mata. Kind of good. Mata puts it up high. The goalkeeper goes down, and Mata puts the ball into the net.
How Mata got it past that 3-man wall is beyond me. The precision shooting of Mata tonight is on point. Able to easily scoot that past. I mean, we've got maybe 10 feet between that arc and that line. Watch the replay. Barely squeaks that by the wall and past that far post.
All right, you said watch the replay. They can't see the replay, but we can.
We were
that
watching.
That was pretty awesome. Great shot by Mata to put it into the net. Ball is played out on the far side.
Sam Guernsey does the same, kicks it out of bounds from his defensive zone, and now Oxford City will have a shot from the top of the arc.
All right, who's going to take this? Number 5. Oh, no. Shot, no good off the post. It did not go in. Played away by the Revolution. Back come Tulsa here in the left zone, or left wing into the zone is Christian Mata. He gets it past the keeper and in. Kind of good for Christian Mata. That's the hat trick, his 3rd of the night.
Mata just playing fantastically. I mean, the first 2 goals just being where he needs to be. There, just Fonseca takes that risky chance to come out and challenge Mata right there on the edge of the box, but not able to get his foot on the ball, and Mata just squeaks it past, and it rolls right into the goal for him. That puts Tulsa ahead 6-3 now. Again, Tulsa coming out and just scoring 3 quick goals to take the lead again with 7:33 remaining in the second quarter of play. Now Oxford City taking a timeout.
You know, that's what's amazing. Tulsa scored first with 3 straight goals in the first quarter. Oxford City tied it up 3-3 after 1 quarter of play. Now Tulsa has scored 3 goals to start the second quarter, take a 6-3 lead. It's an amazing pattern we have going on here.
It is incredible. Just the pace of play. It seems that the Revolution is really turning it on, putting that pressure, not necessarily controlling this quarter. I still think Oxford City, as it comes to controlling the ball, they are passing better and have a little bit more time with the ball this quarter. But Revolution is using their opportunities that they get to their advantage, and really they're taking the most for it.
All right, so Tulsa Revolution leading Oxford City FC 6-3 with 7:33 remaining. in the second quarter of play. This is Major Arena Soccer right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is the top-level professional soccer league in North America. And the fans are having a little bit of fun here tonight, celebrating with a little Gangnam Style.
Been a while since we heard that one.
But it never gets old.
It
I'm
never
sorry.
does.
I love it.
It's just one of those crowd pleasers. You just
love it.
can't help but get up and jump around a little bit.
And I think it's going to live in immortality, just like YMCA. You know, just like doing the YMCA at sporting events. I think Gangnam Style is going to be around for a long time. A shot into the Tulsa end, cleared away by Nolasco. It did go out of play off the Tulsa's goalkeeper, and so it will be a free kick from the top of the arc for Oxford City. But what a great play nonetheless by Nolasco. Certainly can't discount the fact that this guy's all over the place. All right, a shot on the left side goes off the top of the goal. Parente got the feed from his teammate Munoz at the spot, but Parente did not hit the goal with it, and now it's cleared out of play. Off of Parente, they say. Parente say it was deflected off a Revolution player, but nonetheless, it'll be Tulsa's ball. So what a match we've got going on here tonight, folks. And a decent crowd. If you're watching on the video, you will see a sparse crowd on the far side, the near side, camera side below us, below our broadcast booth. Pretty darn good crowd here tonight, and we're glad that the folks have come out to enjoy Tulsa Revolution soccer. Our next home game will be on Saturday the 22nd, as Tulsa will be hosting the Dallas Sidekicks right here. We've got a foul called in the corner.
Very much looking forward to that game versus Dallas. Played them many times last season. Very comparable opponent, and excited to see what this new Revolution team, new and improved, can do against that veteran team that Dallas has.
Here's a shot on goal, no good. And it's knocked away by Scraper on a bicycle kick to get it out of the Tulsa zone. Back into the Oxford end, the goalkeeper puts it out of play. Wow, he had all the time in the world to make a decent play, and he puts it out of play. He was all alone, and Tulsa's going to get a free kick at the top of the arc. All right, they set it up for Bunster on the left side. A shot by Mata. He's the hot hand tonight. It went off the goalkeeper's hand and off the glass. Kept in play, however. Beckford drops it over to Nolasco. The goalkeeper comes out in the neutral zone to play the ball ahead. Knocked off the head of Munoz. Now into the neutral zone. Beckford gets it again for Tulsa. He'll turn it around. Tried to send it ahead. Nobody there. Coming in to help out is Bunster. Recovered by Oxford City's Rama. He'll send it into the Tulsa zone. Off the corner boards to Toddy. Lucas Toddy with it. Drops it to a teammate. Barrett gets called for the bump along the boards. So a foul called against Tulsa's Sheldon Barrett on Toddy along the boards. A little hip check. They shake hands. It's all good. David Parente comes over to take the free kick. Gives it to Toddy. Leaves it for Parente right at the point. On the left side. Over on the right side, Munoz into, looks like Rama, who got turned around, didn't get a shot. Parente shot over the glass and out of play. David Parente sure is lofting a lot of shots in the air.
Yeah, I think he forgot that the indoor goals are a little bit smaller than what you find outdoors. Not able to get his body over that ball. I mean, every shot that Parente's taken so far tonight is lofted out of play or at least considerably off the boards. Plenty of opportunities there, setting up right in front of the goal. I mean, poor defense there with Tulsa not able to beat him to the ball. And ball recovery squad here in the Cox Business Center taking a little bit longer than normal.
Now they're asking, now the referee's asking for an additional ball. They do have a spare ball, you know, on the scorer's table. So they get the spare ball. Nolasco gets it, and he'll put it in play on a throw. And into the neutral zone. For Mata, he gets it stolen away. Back comes Oxford. Parente with it on the left wing. Bothered by Mata. Tried to put it into the center. It went past the player. Here's Bradford with it. Bradford has it knocked away by Encian, who steals the ball. Parente knocked down from behind by Encian. By the way, this is Kyle Encian. Tulsa's coach last year, head coach, was Michael Encian. This is his younger brother, Kyle, who is playing for the Revolution. Tulsa under the direction of new head coach David Yates this season. Oxford City will have the ball. It will be Parente who puts it in play. Parente shot over the glass and out of play. I think they say it touched somebody or something.
Looks like they're going to give a corner kick
So
to
it must have
Oxford
touched.
City.
It must have touched one of the Tulsa players before it went out of play. So it is. Josh, you're right. A corner kick for Oxford. Into the penalty area, knocked away by Bunster and Mata. Mata takes it away. He brings it out. Mata chasing after it. Back quickly is McDonald for Tulsa. McDonald into the corner with it. He puts a shot on goal. Knocked away by Fonseca. McDonald still with it. Drops it to Encian at the halfway line. Back to Nolasco. The goalkeeper comes out to the neutral zone to play the ball, and he sends it out of play. Holy smokes.
He was aiming for that corner glass to rope it right around, but just barely misses by about a foot. Goes out of play. Luckily, he was in the neutral zone, so it will be Oxford City's ball back at the point of departure. But
we have a timeout called by the officials. The goalkeeper for Oxford City is injured. Tiago Fonseca is on the pitch on his back, so it looks like he is injured, and it may just be he got the wind knocked out of him.
I'm not sure quite what happened. I mean, that was, behind the play as the ball was sent straight out of bounds.
I didn't see it either. It was, unless it happened on the play prior to that, where there was a shot earlier. I really think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
It looks
because
like
the
it.
trainer came out and had him put his hands up over his head, and he looks to be okay now as he's back up on his feet. 4:36 remaining in the second quarter of play. Tulsa with a 6-3 lead here in this second quarter. And it should be a free kick. It is. It'll be a free kick for Oxford City. Looks like David Parente is going to take it along the boards in the Oxford zone. He sends it into the neutral zone for Rosa. Now on the far side, knocked away. Tulsa gets control ahead for Michael Ponies in the neutral zone. Ponies still with it. He lost control for a moment, but Ponies all over on this one. Great play by Ponies. He'll drop it back for Bunster. Yes, Lucas Bunster sends it over on the right side for Ponies. Ponies with it again. Over on the left to Encian. Kyle Encian. It went off of a Oxford player, recovered by Oxford's Rico Keeling. Over to Parente. Back to Keeling on the right wing. He comes to the yellow line into the Tulsa zone. Keeling with it. Knocked away by Ponies, recovered by Tulsa. To Nolasco. Nolasco shanked it off his foot. Out of play over the near boards. That will be a free kick at the top of the arch. Not a whole lot you can do about that, just a mistake.
Yeah, just simply not putting it off the foot the way he wanted. We're only human sometimes. So Oxford City getting that kick at the top of the arc.
3:44 left to go in the second quarter. Tulsa with a 6-3 lead. Shot on goal from the free shot there by Parente. Saved by Nolasco. Cleared out by the Revolution. All the way into the Oxford zone. Goalkeeper comes out. Plays it in the air. Header by Encian in the neutral zone. Recovered by Oxford. With it is Jimenez. Jimenez drops it to his goalkeeper, Fonseca. In the air. Doesn't go over three lines. They touch it first. Parente sends it into the corner. Empty goal. Nolasco got beat on the play, but the ball did not go in the goal. Went to the near boards and cleared away by Encian out of play into the stands. Oxford City with the ball as they put it in off the touchline on the near side. Parente with it in the neutral zone. David Parente dribbling on Brian Beckford, former teammates. Oxford with it again. Jimenez Leaves it for Parente. On the right wing for Rosa. Lost control of the ball. Hershey is knocked down from behind, or excuse me, McDonald is knocked down from behind, and it'll be a Tulsa free kick. Nicholas McDonald. Number 15, Andy Griffin, will put it in play to Nolasco. The goalkeeper sends it ahead for Tulsa into the corner to Beckford. Beckford bothered there by number 11, Emilio Jimenez. Now Oxford City comes back with the ball. That mysterious number 22 leaves it for his teammate, Alfie Robbins. What's it all about, Alfie? And Oxford City loses control of the ball over the boards on the near side. They try to give it over to Rico Keeling. Keeling couldn't control it. It bounced up into the stands. Tulsa's ball on the near side. And Bunster puts it in play to Nolasco. He'll kick it ahead. Beckford with the ball. Drops it to Scraper in the neutral zone. Left wing to Bunster. Bunster almost misplayed it. Now he sends it back to Nolasco. Again in the air. Beckford, header! Out comes the keeper to bat it away. And the ball is knocked around inside the Oxford zone. Still shot by Barrett. It doesn't go. Off the boards to the far side. Cleared out into the neutral zone. Mason will drop it back into his own end for Nolasco. He is bothered there. Get a little pressure from Oxford City, but he gets it away. Mason again on the right wing, bringing it through the neutral zone. Mason into the Oxford zone, into the center. A shot, miss by Bunster. Oh, he had a clear shot, but put it off the boards just to the side of the goal. Nice effort there. Nolasco sends it out of the zone again. Back in. Beckford, Oxford City with a shot on goal on a bicycle kick, and the referee is calling a penalty, and it is going to be on Nolasco. Nolasco had a handball outside the penalty area as he made a save on that bicycle kick, and so a 2-minute penalty against the Revolution called on the keeper. I don't think Mason did it.
No, I think that
Mason is serving the penalty.
He is serving the penalty.
But I don't think Mason did. The announcer announced that the penalty was called on number 19, Matt Mason.
I hope they get that correct in the books, but as the announcer said it here in the stadium, it should just be served by Matt Mason.
Yeah, because I believe, I know Mason was in on the play, but I don't think he committed it. We saw it go off of Nolasco's hand.
I mean, there was no one around. That's exactly why Nolasco.
And he was out of the penalty area. So what this is now, folks, you got to be watching here. This is what's called a shootout penalty situation. There's a penalty on Tulsa. Parente's going to get the shootout. It's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He can dribble. It's not just a shot. Parente fakes, misses, fakes, off the boards, and the ball is in play. Now, had he scored, Mason would come out of the penalty box. So now, since Parente did not make the goal, it is still a penalty being served by Mason for 2 minutes, which I think is one of the goofiest rules in the league. Either give them a shootout for an attempt at a free goal, like in hockey, a penalty kick, a penalty shot.
Exactly.
Either give them a penalty shot situation or a penalty, one or the other, like in hockey.
Yes.
But here, in this league, you get the penalty and a penalty shot, shootout sort of thing.
The MASL getting a little creative there. I applaud them for that. It is interesting. Ooh, heads colliding over there.
Man, Bryant Scraper and one of the Oxford players collided head on. Referee's calling a timeout. We've got blood, and it looks like a bloody nose from the Oxford player.
Scraper, I think, got bit. I think it was a mouth to head, because Scraper's head looks like it's bleeding now. The referee called a foul on the Revolution, I believe.
All right. Getting the binoculars out, Josh.
Oh no, it will be the Revolution ball. So the foul was on Oxford City. Scraper just still being tended to. They're going to force him off the field, it looks like.
Well, the player for Oxford City, I cannot see his number. He is standing on the bench facing me, so the uniform number is on his back, which I cannot see. But he is holding his gauze up to his lip, and his lip is bleeding. And Brian Scraper did go to the bench, and looks like Scraper's got a cut on the forehead, so it was, you're right, mouth to forehead. All right, back to the action here. We still have the penalty. Another minute remaining in the power play for the Oxford City FC. Oxford City with the ball in the Tulsa zone. They have it knocked away by Barrett. Here comes Beckford with it. Beckford, he gets run down by one of the Oxford City players. 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter of play. 6-3, Tulsa with the lead. Michael Ponies tried to take it away. There was a shove. That was
a shove
obvious.
behind the play.
And there was no penalty.
This referee, I think, got it.
There really should be a penalty on that play.
On the near side here, this referee saw that call and made it after the fact.
Well, he called a foul. He called a foul, but he didn't call a penalty. That should have been a penalty because that certainly was flagrant by number 8, Elfie Robbins, who just came up behind Ponies and shoved him with his shoulder. That was too obvious. Ponies didn't even have the ball. He had already gotten rid of the ball.
Yeah, it was much behind the play. So, I mean, thankfully the call, but not the penalty that we thought was.
Should have, certainly. All right, here's a shot. Under 5 seconds. Oxford City taking shots, but it goes out of play as the horn sounds, ending the second quarter of play. Well, we are at halftime. Interestingly enough, Tulsa scores the first 3 goals in the first quarter. Then Oxford City ties it up with 3 straight unanswered, and it was 3-3 after 1. Tulsa gets another 3 unanswered in the second quarter. Oxford City does not score in the second quarter. Tulsa with a 6-3 lead at halftime.
I mean, really an interesting half of play to start off this game. Exciting. I mean, both teams are really just looking like they're flipping the light switch. The Revolution, got that last flip there, was able to make use of those opportunities that they got. A lot of back and forth play here between fouls, out of bounds. I mean, both teams having many opportunities on both sides of the field to produce. The Revolution just making the best use of those and putting them in the back of the net. I mean, Mata alone putting those 2 goals in, completing his hat trick. Who knows how many more he has in him for the second half of play. I mean, we've only seen one half of play here tonight, and the Revolution does not seem to be getting worn down at all. They have much more in them. So very excited to see the second half of play and how Oxford City is going to come out and try to dominate, like they did early. In the first quarter to get control of the ball and maybe get control of this game a little bit more.
All righty, we'll have this second half of play coming up in just a couple of minutes. 6-3, Tulsa with the lead.